This is a video showing you how to access our e-library collection. This video will be in two parts. The first part shows you how to access the ebooks through a desktop or a laptop computer. The second part, which I will attach to the end of this video, will show you how to do the same thing via an app. So whether you're using it on an iPad or an Android device or your phone, you can use the same steps but through a slightly different medium. So this video here starts from our online library catalogue, which you can see on the screen now. If you don't know how to get to this page, there's another video in our YouTube channel, so jump online, have a look at that and get yourselves up to speed. Once you're onto the online catalogue, you can access the ebook library through this toolbar across the top. So as you can see, it says here student ebooks. If you click on that, our ebook library will open. Okay, so as you can see, there are quite a few options as to how you can access it. There's an iOS app and an Android app, as well as being available through an app on Windows. But I will show you how to use the iOS app later in this video. I believe the Android app is exactly the same, it's just obviously through a different system. So once you get online, you can have a look. We've got popular titles, so our most borrowed books are up here, as well as a section for our newest books, the latest editions, and any books that have been released recently. Now this collection is available to all students in the Catholic Diocese, in the Parramatta Diocese. We are developing our own Xavier collection, which I will give you information on how to access as soon as it's up and running. But for now, this is the Parramatta Diocese collection. So you can choose any book you like. It does have a search function up here so that you can search for a particular book. You might want to borrow one right off the front screen, something might grab your attention. Or if you go up here to where it says browse, it will bring up a range of options to filter your choices. Okay, so you might want to only look at ones that are available to be borrowed right now. So as you can see, Hunger Games here is it's quite faded. That's because it's already on loan. You could limit it to a child, teen, or an adult book, or you could only borrow EPUBs or PDF, whichever your preference is, or you can limit it by language. We also have some collections, such as here we've got the Premier's Reading Challenge, so you can click on those to bring you more specific titles. But I'll let you browse and decide what it is you're after. I'm going to choose The Fault in Our Stars as an example of how to borrow the book. I believe that was also on our homepage. Nope, it wasn't. Doesn't matter. Okay, so browse. I'm going to choose The Fault in Our Stars. If I click the book, it'll come up with this page. It tells me that there are 2 available copies with 8 copies on loan. Okay, you don't necessarily need to know that, but you always need to check that one's available. It tells you that your loan period is 21 days. Okay, so that's a little bit longer than we give you in the library. The library here, we give you 2 weeks. Most libraries are 2 weeks, but since it's an ebook and you don't actually have to return the physical copy, we give you 21 days. Okay, so you can see the title, the author. You can click on the author to bring up other books by the same type, by the same author. Cover of the title, which I think you can click up. Yes, zoom in. How do I get out of here? Okay, you have a blurb of the book. And then down the bottom, you've got recommended titles. So if you like this book, you might like these ones. And then you've got some additional details. Okay, how big the page is, how many pages it is, what the file size is, what sort of categories it falls under, a bit about the author. All right, but what you really want to know is how to borrow it. You've got a sign in button, you click that, and you sign in with your normal school login. So I think you'll find, yes, it's automatically logged me in, but it will come up with a screen where you just put in your email and your address, the same thing that you use for everything else. It will bring you back to this page once you've done that, and you can click borrow. And it will loan it out to you. Okay, so now you can see this title is now on loan to me. You've got the option to begin reading right away in the menu, in the browser that you have open, or you can go to your shelf to view all current loans. Now I don't have anything else on loan, but if I wanted to, I could go to my shelf which is also here, you can see. And it tells me that I only have one book on loan. But what is interesting is it does show you what your previous loan history is. So if you run out of time on your loan and you need to reborrow it, or you want to reborrow a book you've read in the past, it's very easy to do that. Okay, if you had clicked read right now, it would come up on your screen like this. Okay, just loading. And you can press on the side of the screen or press the arrows on your computer to read the book. So like I said, you've got the option of reading it right here in your browser or through the app, which looks almost exactly the same, but I will show you that next. As I said, you've got 21 days to read the book, and at the end of 21 days, it will return automatically. You don't need to go and click anything to return it. It will just do it for you, and you'll find that if you come back to read it later, it won't be there. Right, so I hope that's helpful for you. There are a lot of great books on the system. I do encourage you to have a look. Okay, it's excellent if you need some wide reading for in class. It's right there for you to get onto on your own device. If you're interested in knowing how to look at this system through your own device, through an iPad perhaps, stick around and I'll show you how to do that. This is the second half of the eBook library collection video. This shows you how to access the eLibrary through an iOS device. You can access it through an Android device and it's the same steps. You just go through the Android market rather than the App Store. So the first thing you need to do is download the app that you need. Now it's called ePlatform by Wheelers. So if you search for Wheelers, Wheelers, the second option there says ePlatform by Wheelers. That's the one you want. Okay, so as you can see, this very first one with the blue with the white open book looks a little bit like a bird, but I think it's supposed to be an open book. If you click on that, that's the one you want. Okay, now it's a free download, will not cost you a cent, but it's very easy to use. So that's the one you want. Okay, so once you've downloaded that, it will come up like this. Now this is the platform you'll use to access the exact same website that I showed you in the first half of the video. Now yours won't have Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta underneath your libraries. That's because I've already connected. So in order for you to do that, you click Find Your Library. Okay, and in the search bar you write Parramatta and hit search. The very first one says Catholic Education Diocese of Parramatta. You click that and it will come up on your front screen. Now I won't click that because it's already connected. Once you've done that and you come back to your home screen, you can click that library as so, and it will come up with the exact same website that we had before. Again, it will ask you to sign in using your same login. Once you've signed in once, you usually don't have to do it again. From this point on, all the steps are exactly the same as before. You borrow, same loan time, you press the borrow button and you can read from this device. It looks exactly the same. Okay, I hope this has been helpful for you and I hope you really enjoy reading some of the wonderful ebooks that are on the library catalogue.